welcome to the stage, it's Nathan Green!
I'm not allowed this. Yeah. I've written it all in my hands. Okay, so I can't really see. Okay, so my name's Nathan. I'm a statistician. Oh. Yeah, you, sir. Excellent response. So I'm a statistician, and for those of you that don't know, a statistician is like a sexy kind of mathematician. So there's something I could do here, but imagine like dancing Ryan Gosling, sitting at a computer, doing Excel spreadsheets, in like his upcoming movie, 50 Shades of Graph Paper. Like, we're so cool, the statos. When we see girls go by, we go, hey, I'll calculator. That's what I say in my head. What actually happens is I get a really tight chest and a rash, and just avoid eye contact. So when I said I was a statistician, some of you looked a little bit disappointed. You probably heard this statistic: 79% of statisticians are like, they're cynical, they're like overly precise, and they're boring. Well, I say, actually, it's somewhere between some and quite a lot of statisticians like me, who are Scorpio star signs, are exactly like that, like identical. And I think that, well, anyway, like it's something like 202% of statistics are made up, so don't worry about it. So, well, where are we? What are we doing here? Right, so, what was that? What kind of statistician are you? Excellent question. So I model sexually transmitted diseases, or STDs. They're also called sexually transmitted infections, STIs, and it crucially depends on what kind of joke I'm trying to make at the time. So I'm recently single. Oh. Well, not recent, probably about 2 years ago. Benefit the joke. And so when I'm on the inter-super-highway mega WW web, and what I like to do is I like to go on the Guardian Soulmate ripoff. You probably know it, Statistician Soulmates. And it has some of these. It has the tagline: "Are you the one? Or at least are you in the 95th percentile?" So when I'm on there and I'm browsing these bespectacled beauties, these matrix-loving maidens, and I'm checking these out, and the first thing I'm looking at is, where do they live? Because I want to know, do they have an STI? So it's important. So when I'm oh, why do I want to know that? I've forgotten. There's a reason. Okay, look at my hand. Oh yeah, so Joe Stalin, of course. So, Joseph Stalin, famous mass murderer, communist, moustache fan, like myself. He once said, "One death is a tragedy, and 1,000,000 deaths is a statistic." Aha, statistic. I have my own version of that. I say, one case of chlamydia is a tragedy, or an itchy inconvenience. Whereas 10,000 cases of chlamydia in England in 2011 is the research project that I'm doing at Imperial College right now. Segway. So, God, so who here has ever been to an STI clinic? No. Yeah? Let me hear some whoops for you've been checked out. Yeah! Okay, good. So I have, for the benefit of this joke. And so I'm a statistician, I'm passionate about data, like, it's so important to me, like the evidence-based policy. It's so important that that we really, everything is backed up with the scientific method. So I wanted to go down there, I wanted to check out how they were measuring things, I wanted to know what the error was, what the bias and the uncertainty was, because I am a statistician. And I also had a massive genital wart. It wasn't that big, actually. It was quite small. It's quite relative. So the thing is, you can't actually, how am I going to find out how much chlamydia there is in England? You can't go around, you haven't got the time or the money to go around to everyone's house and check to see if they've got chlamydia. You also can't wait for people to come to you with chlamydia because, like a fart in a lift, it's silent but deadly. So most of the time it doesn't have any symptoms. So when I'm in a lift and I'm farting, I like it to be a busy lift, because then you can be like, whoa, that guy. And lucky me, when I had chlamydia, my girlfriend was sleeping with loads of people. So look at me, so it's fine, got away with that one. So what are we going to do? I mean, that data's rubbish. There's this other data set. There's this thing called NATSA, National Survey of Sexual Health and Lifestyle. And so this data goes around to people's houses, about 15,000 people around the country, and it asks them where, like, everything about their sexual life. So it asks them about things like, do they like anal sex? Do they like use sex toys? How many sexual partners have they had? How many sexual partners have you had? Okay, good answer. No, really, how many sexual partners? Okay, so there's a problem there, because in each area, because it's a small, relatively small sample, in London, let's say in Westminster, they'd only have 10 people, and those 10 people might have just by random chance all be like nymphomaniacs, or they might be, say, vicars, or they might be both. So there's a problem. What are we going to do? So before you get like really angry and you turn into data haters, like it, data haters, and you start doing homeopathy and maybe denying global warming and like reading words and things that aren't numbers, stop right there. So who remembers our old friend the census? Yay! Woo! Who were up to the census? So there's every 10 years a census, it goes around and it collects data on everyone. So it collects things like their demographic data. How old are they? Where do they work? Their ethnicity, their gender. And so this gives us a profile in each area around the country. So what we can say is like how many white 18-year-old men there are in Tower Hamlets, say. And the NatSal data can tell us the link between that demographic profile and the chance that they get chlamydia. So what we can do is we can mix them up and in my notes I put insert current trendy DJ. So I just in your head do that. Have you done it? Okay, good. So we mix it up and then we can get an estimate for all the areas in the country of how much chlamydia we expect there to be. So an example would be like, let's say in Camden there's 50% men, 50% women, and let's say women have a 20% chance of chlamydia and men have a 30% chance of chlamydia. So then on average there's a 25% chance of chlamydia in Camden. Okay, you got me. So there you go, there's some science. I had to put that in, it's not all knobs and what it's saying all set. So my mum's here, by the way. How many sexual partners have you had? None. So just to finish, I'm just gonna, like, there's a bit of information that you're dying to find out with my whole talk, I know. And I can tell you now. So after going to the sexual health clinic, I am now as clean as a whistle. Or a trumpet, if you like. Thank you. I was thinking I could say like trombone, right? Keep it realistic. And also, just to finish and say, what are the results of the project? Well, there's too many to go into now, but just to say, if you're planning on going to Nottingham anytime soon, I would just be that extra bit careful. Right, thank you.